you have to use this. I've got a question for you to start off this video. What is the longest club in your bag that you're currently happy with? I know you're right now thinking 7 iron, maybe 6 iron on a good day. Well, 5 iron is going to have to be one of those clubs that we have to start hitting better if we want to lower our scores. Now, I'm not saying you have to hit the green with this, but let's start striking the ball better. There's 3 elements to today's video, because this, if you look here, come around down the line perspective, is a prime example of 5 iron scenario. 9th hole here at Mottram Hall. Bad tee shot, had to punch it out under the trees. I've got 180 yards plus left into this hole. Absolute prime 5 iron territory. We're going to talk about rotation to get bottom of the arc. We're also going to talk about how you can get a descending blow, and then finally how this helps you improve your strike. Let's get into the first part of today's video. Now let's firstly just get you turning through the ball better. That's a vitally important skill to hitting this golf ball. So if you look at me right now, I'm going to place a golf club across my chest, and I'm going to really encourage you, if you're watching this video and you're down at the range, do follow along with each of these steps. If you're at home and you think this is valuable to me, make sure you save it and download the PDF guide that is all attached down below to the Facebook group. So get that golf club across your chest, and I want you just to turn back and turn through, turn back and turn through. And as you're doing this, let's feel like our feet are on a set of scales, like if we were rocking back and rocking through. Where is my weight going? It transfers back, it transfers through. Now what I want you to realise, as I'm doing this, the bottom of my arc is constantly moving, okay? And what we've got to imagine with our irons, we are rotating into our left hand side for a right-handed golfer to take that bottom of the arc past the golf ball. Now this is vital for angle of attack. This is vital for controlling club face. This is vital for creating speed. And we know with the longer irons, speed is our friend. You don't create enough speed, you're not going to see any difference between your 5 iron, 4 iron and 6 iron. I promise you that. That sounds blunt, but I 100% promise you that. That is why you have to follow all of these steps. So step 1, just place the golf club across your chest. Put your ball in what you'd have for 5 iron ball position. So I'm feeling that somewhere around my Puma logo here. Club across your chest, through and back, back and through. Really feeling as though I'm getting my bottom of the arc to transfer through that golf ball and start to get ahead. So that's stage 1, and understanding that as we rotate, we are transferring weight into our left hand side, getting the arc ahead. It's not just a slide into that position. Point number 2, and this is what I really like. Look at this. Got a cone, the noodle's back out, and what I want you to look at here is, and if I come down on my knees, this noodle's on a slight little bit of, well it was, I've got to keep bending it, on an arc down, like this. We want to imagine, okay, now this is basically bringing all these points together and including the third point here, really. If we understand that we're rotating, we allow the golf club to bottom out after the ball, which is our downwards hit, but then we're allowing this golf club to trace down this, as opposed to if we don't rotate through, it's going to very much trace up this too early. Both of these things we don't really want in the latter, okay? We want it to trace down it and then work into the turf. So if I just made some practice swings here, ball position still in my 5 iron ball position, I'm swinging back and through. I'm really concentrating on at the back end or the bottom end of this noodle where it's contacting the ground. I'm trying to make a bruising divot to emulate what movement I want the club to make descending on the way down. Through. So really concentrating on contacting it around here, up and through. Now the best thing I think you can do is actually, one, watch that, but also record yourself doing this, and you're going to see the golf club gather. Let's set this one away, and then I want to get into the final point on why this really helps us in terms of strike location which helps us in terms of efficiency, which again, like I'm saying, this is broken down into 3 parts, but essentially it's one tip. Let's hit this one away. So let's now bring all these 3 aspects together. We've been speaking about rotating to get more power and bottom of the arc ahead, using the noodle to mirror where we want to interact with that ground. I'm going to show you now on the side of the screen here to me 2 close-ups. One of a golf club with a 5-iron working up too early, so trying to scoop it and sort of catching it along the leading edge, those thin, those weaker shots. And then one now, a bit of a close-up, showing you that descending blow. That one where we get that feeling of rotating into our left hand side. That one where we get that feeling of interacting the ground past the ball, really giving us a great chance of hitting down and taking the strike location from towards the bottom edge towards the middle of the club. I think it's an untouched part of this where we look at it too much heel to toe sometimes, where we've got to think about bottom to top in terms of becoming more efficient. So let's summarize how we actually become more efficient with a 5-iron. We get better rotation. Bottom of the arc gets down in front of the ball. We create more speed. We allow strike location to improve. All these factors help our smash factor and our ball speed increase, which is vital for hitting these longer irons better. Use this video, use this to help you improve your long iron strikes. If you get in scenarios like this on a par 5, you know exactly how to get out of them. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button, join this team. I'd love for you to help me get to 100,000. And thank you for your support if you're already a subscriber already.